Hello, 6th standard Cbse children. Have a good day. Have a nice day. Now we are continuing video number 8, chapter 7. Continuing chapter 7, getting to know plants as part 5. Okay, and this video number 8. I hope you could remember this. Sorry? So now this video 8, in video 7, we have learned about structure of flower. Is it not? In that brief continuation of that, and then we have to learn about functions of leaf. Number 8 video that functions of leaf we have to study. I hope you follow. Yeah? So now this, as I said, I am not repeating. You just go through the whiteboard as flower, 4 whorls, accessory and non-essential whorl, calyx and corolla, and essential whorl, antecium and gynoecium. I hope you remember that. Huh? Now here, this stamen, as I said, it is the male part of the flower follicle. Yeah. Now the stamen is the male part of the flower. 1 minute. Stamen is the male part of the flower. So here this is unisexual. I just write here as male unisexual male staminate flower. Male staminate flower and female as pistillate flower. Male staminate flower and female pistillate flower. So now this male flower, as I said, is having a stalk called filament and cap-like anther that is known as anther lobe, and that encloses pollen grain. Now this anther lobe in hibiscus, what you are seeing is having only one chamber, whereas here there are 2 chambers. So this is called ditychus anther. This is known as ditychus anther. Ticana chamber. Okay. So this is called ditychus chamber, and this is known as monotychus anther. Monotychus anther. This is ditychus anther, monotychus anther. This is filament, and it contains pollen grains. Pollen grains are the male gamete. Pollen grains are the male gamete. Pollen as male gamete. Okay, as you know, flowers are the reproductive structures, and it is taking part in sexual reproduction. Reproduction, what is said, it is the continuation of the species from one generation to the other, or we say it is the perpetuation of the species. I hope you remember this. So that is for the anther, stamen. Okay. And this pollen grain, when they are, next event we will study during fertilization, pollination and fertilization. Okay? And this pollen grain will take part in reproduction. Okay, in fusion as male gamete. Whereas this gynoecium, where it is having a basal swollen ovary, gynoecium, 1 minute. It is having basal swollen ovary like this. Okay, this is ovary. Basal swollen basal swollen ovary enclosing the ovule like this. Enclosing the ovule like this. So these are the ovules. These are the ovules. I hope you understand this. Yeah? Now these ovules, they are arranged in the ovary, and that is called placentation. I'll come to that. The arrangement of 1 minute. Ovules on the ovary is called placentation. The arrangement of ovules on the ovary is called placentation. This is our book. Arrangement of ovules. Arrangement of ovules on the ovary. Arrangement of ovules on the ovary. That is called placentation. Typically, what you can understand, at home we cut ladies' finger. வெண்டைக்காய் கட் பண்ணுவல்ல வீட்ல அம்மா. So அந்த வெண்டைக்காய் கட் பண்றதுல நீ பார்த்தேனா the structure will be this lady's finger. The structure will be like this. Yeah, it will be like this, and then center there are 5 chambers. அதுல இப்படி ஒரு ovules இருக்கும். I hope you could recollect this. So here, I repeat, the ovary, this is ovule or the seed actually. This is the ovary wall. Okay. So the arrangement of ovules on the ovary is called placentation. The line they are as 5 chambers, and the partition and the separation as chamber, they are by a whitish structure that is called placenta, hence the name placentation. Typically this placentation can be studied in lady's finger. Cut பண்ணலனாலும் நாளைக்கு when your mother is cutting lady's finger இல்லனா ஒரு 4 வெண்டைக்காய் கடையில வாங்கி 1-2 கட் பண்ணிப்பார். சரி? So that is placentation. Now here, this placentation, as it is attached to the center of the ovary axis, it is called axial presentation. Center of the axis, it is called axial presentation. So when the ovules are arranged on the center of the ovary like this is called axial presentation. I hope you follow. Whereas this pea plant, patani solluvom, nama uricha patani edukrom. Now this pea plant, the fruits will be like this. Yeah, when it is opened, the seeds open, fruit will be like this. Yeah. So this is normally fruit wall. And then here the seeds will be present. So the seeds will be present. Yeah. These are the seeds. Patani. Idella patani. Yeah. So here the seeds are arranged on the margin of the ovary. So it is said to be marginal presentation. We come across in our day-to-day life. Now I am telling you these two. What is it? Arrangement of ovules on the ovary is called placentation. Nama book right? And then the types of placentation we are learning as 2. One is axial placentation, another one is marginal placentation. What does it mean? When the ovules are arranged on the axis of the ovary, it is said to be axial presentation. Example, lady's finger. Another example, lady's finger. Example, lady's finger. Whereas fruit here, this is pea plant. Example, pea plant. Where ovules are attached on the margin of the ovary. நம்ம பட்டாணி இப்படி உரிச்சோம்னா ஓரத்துல இருக்கும் இல்லையா, that is margin of the ovary. செமையின் அவரைக்காய் நம்ம ஓபன் பண்ணுவோம்ல, அவரைக்காயில முத்தின அவரைக்காய் எடுத்தோம்னா when it is open, the margin of the ovary seeds are against it. That is marginal placentation. I hope you follow this. So this is for the ovary. Sorry. Now when this when this ovary becomes mature, the androecium the stamen which contains the pollen grain should reach the stigma of the female pistil for further events. The next part of the reproduction, it is pollination and fertilization. So pollination, transference of pollen grain from the anther to the stigma is called pollination, and the fusion after reaching the stigma, the fusion of male and female gamete, that is called fertilization. I hope you understand this. So this is for this essential word, androecium and gynoecium. Okay. Now in our textbook there is one more term given as, for example, see here, I am holding a flower. Okay, and this is a whole flower, that is full flower. Now when you cut this flower like this, when you cut flower like this, this is called transverse section. When you cut flower like this, that is called transverse section. Transverse section, in short as TS. Transverse section. So this is transverse section. Okay. So here again, this is a whole part. When you cut like this, we get surface like this. So this is this one. Okay. So this is this coming. So this is called transverse section. That is transverse section. That is transverse section. 1 minute. We'll just continue. We are talking about transverse section. Yeah. What I said, this transverse section, as I say, when you just hold this, I understand. Sorry, 1 minute. Just see here. This is a flower. Okay. I am holding like this. Now, when you cut the flower like this, we get surface. Surface. So that is known as transverse section. So when the flower is cut, it is in this way, it is called transverse section. Now at the same time, when the flower is cut like this lengthwise, when you are cut like this, here it is a regular flower. So when you cut like this, we get 2 equal halves. Okay. So when you cut like this lengthwise, that is called longitudinal section. That is known as longitudinal section. I hope you understand. So first transverse section, second one longitudinal section. I hope you understand. That is what is given here, especially when we cut with reference to the ovary part of the flower. It is as transverse section and longitudinal section. As 1 minute. See here. As see here, ovary part it is cut. So this is a whole pistil. when it is cut like this, the ovary வந்து இப்படி படுக்க வச்சிருக்கு and it is cutting like this. So this is called cutting on ovary on longitudinal cut and transverse section. So here இப்படி cut பண்ணா this is longitudinal. When you cut like this, this is transverse. சரியா? அதான் இது அந்த flower உள்ள வந்து when you cut like this, we see ovules like this. When I cut like this, we see ovules like this. The longitudinal cut panna, we find ovules like this. When I cut cross section, transverse section, we find the ovules like this. I hope you understand. So this is for the section of the ovary. So in our textbook, this flower chapter, as it is given as with the flower, a twig or a small branch without leaf, with the leaf and with flowers. That is given, and then you are asked to collect different flowers surrounding your locality. It may be as Datura, Datura, China rose, mustard, brinjal, lady's finger, gulmer, and a blade you please have. Then observe all these flowers. Some of them are big in size, some of them are smaller, and they are attractively colored. So accordingly, you sort out the number of sepals and petals. As I told you, you sort out the number of petals and sepals. You remove the, first you remove the calyx as I showed you, and first you remove the petals and then calyx, and then you will find the number of number of stamens. Okay, and after the then you will fill up the table like this. Table 7.3. You have to write the name of the flower, number and color of sepals, and then color of petals, and then another one. The sepals are united or free. They are jointed or united. Okay, and same way stamens are attached to the petals or not. That you have to learn. That you have to identify and fill up the table. Okay, so now we understand the term. We have to learn two more terms as this regarding the petals. When the stamens are when the stamen is when the petals are free in nature. See here, they are free petals. They are free petals. So when the petals are free, it is said to be polypetalous. When the petals are free, it is said to be polypetalous. It is free petals. When the petals are united, it is called gamopetalous. Petals united. It is called gamopetalous. In Datura, Datura, petals are, stamens are attached to the petals. That is called epipetalous. Datura na Umatambu. I hope you understand. So again we learn three terms: polypetalous, gamopetalous, and epipetalous. What does it mean? When the petals are free, they can be removed easily, separately. That is called polypetalous. When the petals are united, it is called gamopetalous. And the stamens, when they are attached to the petal, that is called epipetalous. Normally, epipetalous nalle the flowers will be gamopetalous in nature. Example, Datura, Tamil name and Ummathambu. I hope you understand. So that you have to fill up the table. So we say number of sepals in a calyx, number of petals in corolla, number of stamens in androecium and gynoecium. And when you take transverse section, we find the number of chambers. I hope you understand. So this is for the flower that we are learning. So here in this table 7.3, you have to fill up this column. And then you will say remove the sepals and petals to see the other parts and compare the flower with the illustration and identify the stamen and pistil. So nama book la stamen diagram, pistil diagram kuduthirukku. And then flower diagram. Flowers, as you know, we already, and I have shown this datura flower also. Yeah. And then parts of the flower given here. And namakku QB layum adha tharuven. So this is for flower. And then this is as another what is it? Transverse section and longitudinal section of the flower. I hope you understand. So this is forming the portion for the flower, right? And then we continue with the functions of leaf. Okay. So for the functions of leaf, what do we know? Sorry, before that, the functions of flower, it is as what? It takes part in reproduction. So what is reproduction? It is as reproduction is the continuation of the species from one generation to the other or perpetuation of the species. I hope you follow. And then it is as the two important events to take part in reproduction is pollination and fertilization. That we will continue in the next video briefly. Nama textbook la illai irundhalum you should know about it. Okay. So we say pollination is the transfer of pollen grain from the anther to the stigma, and fertilization, fusion of male and female gamete. That is fertilization. I hope you understand. So this is for flowers. So just to recollect what all we are doing. And then next one. So these are the technical terms we have learned. Okay. What do we remember? Technical terms. In actual technical terms. You have to recollect. What is that? As polypetalous, gamopetalous and epipetalous. Polypetalous, gamopetalous and epipetalous. Polypetalous is petals are free, and gamopetalous petals are united whether at the base or all the petals are united. Only the free end they are free. And epipetalous stamens attached to the petals. They are called epipetalous stamens. I hope you understand. So this is for the flower. Then continuation of this, video 6 leaf padichala, and the functions of leaf padikkanai as what is it? Functions of leaf. First one, photosynthesis. First one, photosynthesis. Second one, transpiration. Second one, transpiration. and third one respiration. Third one respiration, and fourth one is modification. Fourth one modification. These are all functions of leaf. These are all functions of leaf. Okay. Now what do we know for photosynthesis? What can you say? Photosynthesis, it is the process of preparation of food by the green plants. Process of preparation of food by the green plant is called photosynthesis. I repeat, process of preparation of food by the green plant is called photosynthesis. Now this photosynthesis equation 6CO2 plus 6 water will give light and chlorophyll. Light and chlorophyll will give C6H12O6 plus 6O2. Here I have used symbols. These are called symbols. Now my chemistry by now you would have learned symbols. Yeah? Then I just understand as first one, it is carbon dioxide. It is carbon dioxide. This is water. Then sunlight and chlorophyll. And this is glucose. And this is oxygen. This is glucose and oxygen. I hope you understand. Huh? So now we call this as chemical equation for photosynthesis. This is chemical equation for photosynthesis. What do you understand? Plants prepare food by the process photosynthesis. For that, there are essentials and raw materials needed. That is, as carbon dioxide and water, they are forming the raw materials. They are the raw materials. Light and chlorophyll, they are the essential requirement, and these two are the end products. These two are the end products. Okay? In chemistry, this is the reactant side. This is called product side. So, the react carbon dioxide and water. So, symbol this is C for carbon, this is the oxygen. Same way, H is the hydrogen, O is the oxygen. Okay? That is carbon, hydrogen, oxygen. This is oxygen. And then the number is 6, 6. That is balancing the equation. Okay? So that is balancing the equation. I hope you understand. So we say carbon dioxide and water are the raw materials, and in presence of light and chlorophyll is a must. Where only then photosynthesis will occur, and the end products are glucose and carbon dioxide. So now this is a plant and this is a leaf. This is the stem. This is the leaf. Okay. Here carbon dioxide from the atmosphere will enter. Carbon dioxide from the atmosphere will enter, and then sunlight. This is sunlight. Carbon dioxide, sunlight. Chlorophyll present in the leaf. Chlorophyll present in the leaf itself, because it is a green plant. And then water from the root system. Water from the root system. So I say water is absorbed by the root hair and then it is sent to the leaf for photosynthesis. This upward movement of stem as two-way traffic. Okay, upward direction. And then carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. And as a result of photosynthesis, oxygen will be sent out. So I say carbon dioxide is entering in, sunlight entering in, water is entering in, oxygen alone will go out. I hope you follow. So this is photosynthesis. Equation purinjuko, okay. So we say 6 CO2 plus 6 H2O. I repeat, 6 CO2 plus 6 H2O. In presence of light and chlorophyll, it is C6H12O6 plus 6O2. What does it mean? Carbon dioxide plus water, they are the raw materials. And then light and chlorophyll, they are the essential material. And the end products are glucose and oxygen. That is the end product. Okay? And then this oxygen is evolved as a byproduct. During the process of photosynthesis, oxygen is evolved as a byproduct. I hope you understand. So this is for photosynthesis. Are you clear? Sure. The next one is transpiration. Let's go through this. Let's go through as transpiration. Okay. We'll just continue. Okay. Hello. We'll just continue. We are talking about photosynthesis. What do you know? What do you understand? Photosynthesis as preparation of food by the process with the help of sunlight and chlorophyll, carbon dioxide and water. That we have learned. Is it not? The next one, we are doing transpiration. I hope you follow this. The next one, transpiration, that is evaporation of excess water. Evaporation of excess water from the green plant. That is called transpiration. As evaporation of excess water, that is called transpiration. Evaporation of excess water, that is called transpiration. Okay. Now this evaporation of excess water, daily we are watering the plant. Is it not? Suppose today you are watering a particular plant a bucket of water. But that doesn't mean that the plant will use the whole bucket of water. Whatever is required, whatever amount of water is required, that alone will be taken up by the green plants. What for? For the process of photosynthesis. Okay. So other water, wherever it is needed, that is taken as a fluid form, and the remaining excess water, that is evaporated in the form of water vapor. That is called transpiration. Okay. Now in our textbook, there is a experiment given as you take a potted plant. You take a potted plant where you take a potted plant like this. See? Now this potted plant, as this will be, here will be the roots. This potted plant you cover with the cellophane paper or polythene bag. This is polythene bag. You cover the potted plant with the polythene bag and leave the setup for few hours. Just now I changed it. I myself changed it. Polythene bag, cover it and then observe the setup for 2-3 hours. After some time, we find some droplets of water in the polythene bag. After some time, just listen. So we are doing transpiration, where you take a potted plant, I repeat, you take a potted plant, cover the shoot system with the polythene bag. Polythene bag na nama polythene cover solonde poo kaila vechiruvanga andha mari oru cover pannu and leave it in the sunlight for 2-3 hours. After some time, we find water droplets on the polythene cover. We find droplets of water on the polythene cover. From where does it come? Where are the possibility? It should be from the leaf. Okay. Then we can have another test. Same, take another potted plant and in the shoot system, leaving the stem, you remove the leaves and then leave the setup in the sunlight for 2-3 hours. Again, when you observe, we find very few droplets compared to the potted plant with the leaf. So that shows that leaves transpire excess water in the form of water vapor. The water vapor in the polythene bag pattu condensed oil droplets are irukku. I hope you understand. So this is for the process of transpiration. Okay, this is for the process of transpiration. Okay, for this transpiration and this exchange of gases, that is during photosynthesis, carbon dioxide is taken in and oxygen is given out. That is one exchange. Next we are going to learn about respiration. There also exchange of gases, that is oxygen is taken in and carbon dioxide is given out. That is for respiration. And then during this evaporation of water, there also the water vapor should be evaporated. Through what way? That is called a structure called stoma. Singular stoma, plural stomata. Singular, plural, to find this. Singular stoma, plural stomata. So now this stoma having a bean-shaped structure like this. Bean-shaped structure, that is called a guard cell. Bean-shaped structure, guard cell. And then it is having nucleus and cytoplasm. This will be having, this is guard cell, this is nucleus. These are all cytoplasm and chloroplast. Okay, and these stomata, they are present on the epidermis of the leaf. Stomata, they are present on the epidermis of the leaf. Epidermis is outer surface of the leaf. Okay, so this is forming the structure of stoma, singular, stomata, plural. Okay, what is the structure we say? It is having a pair of bean-shaped cell called guard cell surrounded by epidermal cells. And this guard cell in turn having nucleus and cytoplasm. Okay, so by closing and opening of this stomata, the exchange of gases will be taking place. So during daytime, the stomata will open and more time, and during early morning and evening, the closure of stomata will be there. That is called opening and closing of stomata. When during exchange of gases. What are the gases to be exchanged? As during photosynthesis, carbon dioxide is taken in and oxygen is given out. During respiration, oxygen is taken in and carbon dioxide is given out. And during transpiration, evaporation of water in the form of water vapor is done through stomata. Where are the stomata are present? They are present on the surface of the epidermis. And in leaf, there is a upper and lower epidermis. And more stomata will be found on the lower epidermis than the upper epidermis. I hope you understand. And then for respiration, just now I said exchange of carbon dioxide and oxygen. Yeah. The exchange of oxygen and then carbon dioxide during the process respiration. Okay, and then it's about the modification. As I said, in root and stem there are some part of the leaf, they are modified for additional function, as they may be modified as spine, or they may be modified into hooks, or they may be modified into tender stem, that is called tendril climber or leaf climber, and they may be as very sharp spine. And in some leaf, the leaf is totally absent, especially in desert plant, cactus cellular, where the leaves are much reduced and they are reduced to spines. So that is for the modification. Okay, and sometime they may be, we come across two terms. One is cladode. One is called cladode. One is called cladode or phylloclad. We come across two terms, cladode, phylloclad, and one more phyllodes. We are learning about phylloclad or cladode and phyllodes. What do we know? When the stem does the function of leaf and the leaves are much reduced, it is said to be cladode or phylloclad. What do you understand? Cladode, the cylindrical stem doing the function of photosynthesis. Phylloclad, flattened stem doing the function of photosynthesis. Whereas phyllodes, when the petiole is doing the function of photosynthesis, leaves are much reduced, and the petiole is doing the function of photosynthesis, it is said to be phyllodes. Okay, so we come across three terms, cladode, phylloclad and phyllodes. I hope you understand. So leaf modification, we learnt about leaf spine, leaf tendril, leaf hooks and phyllodes or phyllodes, phylloclad or cladode. Phylloclad, phylum leaf. So when the stem does the flattened stem does the function of leaf, it is said to be phylloclad. When the cylindrical stem doing the function of photosynthesis, it is said to be cladode. Okay? So this is for the function of cladode. And leaf, what are photosynthesis, transpiration, respiration and modification. Okay, so this is our video number 8. Then we will sum up this lesson, getting to know plants, chapter 7, in the next video session. Have a good day, have a nice day. Thank you.